Spoiler alert, turn off now if you don't want to be spoiled.
Stop and keep an eye out for Sam's sunset as well because it's pretty goddamn beautiful. Hey! Hello everybody, welcome back to the Garden People podcast. We've got the Cornetto Trilogy of humans in front of us. Shotgun mint, that's the best one. Harry can be strawberry because his
I'd
hair
like to be
looks
blue.
like a strawberries, and Sam can be the I don't even know what the other one is, the blue one, the nutty
Blue,
one.
isn't it? I think it's blue.
It's
Nutty?
Nutty.
Sam has nuts.
Got walnuts on it.
Sam's a bit chewy.
Because you're a nutty professor. Going around
I thought it was
nutting all
bubble gum.
Wait, what?
Oh, dude. Sam loves it. Go on, Sam. Recite one of their lines before you caught them.
Oh fuck! I need to put
I'm
my
not going to
headphones back
dignify
in.
that with a response.
Great. All good. We're good.
All right.
Voice is averted.
All right, we're all good, are we? All right. Where should we start with Edgar Wright then?
So we wanted to
Do you
talk
want
about
to
Edgar
say
Wright
the
this
top
episode. That is.
If you didn't get that from Cornetto. So spoilers for any Edgar Wright film. Just to forewarn.
Oh, yeah. And also,
Anyone.
just before we get into it by accident, we don't mention it, we might border into Wes Anderson. Just in case you haven't seen any of his films.
I know it will
We'll
piss off some viewers.
Yeah. All 81 of you,
Ooh.
shut the fuck up and get ready for your mind to be blown.
And
81. That's confident of you, Harry. I think our last video
Had 81 views, didn't it?
and it's
Did
got
it?
more. It's
Oh,
probably
I
got
just-
more
Oh,
now.
dude,
I saw 7 likes and my heart cried because one of them was mine.
Oh, I wish I got 12 likes.
yeah, one of them was mine.
Oh god.
And if one of them was Callan's, that means
Oh shit! I know what I was gonna start off with. I was gonna go into my dream that I had ages ago.
Well,
That like in a forgotten episode.
Could I do
Wasn't I?
Could I do this one thing because the viewers can already see it? It just means I can get out the way earlier,
Yeah.
just so I can. They're probably wondering, oh, Callan, you're extremely fashionable gentleman. Yeah. You obviously love
Everyone does.
exquisite, exotic T-shirts. You're
got-
basically a Hawaiian T-shirt of a man. That's what you are. If you were
Yeah.
to be
you got
a
the
T-shirt.
finger on the
Right.
pulse of fashion industry itself.
Yeah, exactly. I'm Zoolander 2,
You're
baby.
the next designer.
So I wanted to
Yeah.
show you guys because you guys can't see because I've kind of cropped it off. This is the front Ruben's T-shirt.
Give us a taste.
Oh, really?
It's only the text.
Whoa, baby!
Wow.
That
Very
actually
nice.
looks sick.
Wow.
That looks sick.
But I've got the back.
actually
but I'm not
looks
going to show
sick.
it because Ruben's going to release it
So
at official faceplant on Instagram. Will be in the description.
Yeah,
go
go to
down
that-
below.
go to that one.
Smash the like
go
button.
to it.
Run
go
it up,
to it.
run it
Go
up.
to it. Get in there right now, son, and try and get a T-shirt.
Harry,
Right.
he should pay you to do those shitty adverts.
Well, I
Be
can
a
try.
hype man, Harry.
I don't do a
your
shitty
calling.
advert. That was pretty good.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good,
well, I
actually.
can
take that
try.
back. But yeah, anyway.
I
Harry,
can bring more energy to the table than your average whore.
and now what you're going to do is bring it to that dream that you had because everyone cares about dreams.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
please
fuck
tell me
off.
about your dreams.
Well, they both know about it, and essentially, ages ago, I was this is how I know that I'm destined to do like great shit in the future. Like the fact art just comes to me in my dreams is like I don't know something.
The Van Gogh.
Something is telling me. Yeah.
Of Wimple.
So anyway, let me preface the
Smoggy
story.
night,
I was
it's
sleeping
called.
one night. A deep fog was over Wimple, and lots of Ians were lurking in the fog.
Okay.
they'll do that.
eloping.
Ian is
They're
a
like
really
those things
will.
from Witcher 3, those foglets.
Yeah, they just appear. And if you drive at them at night, it's very easy to hit one because they don't have like the neuron skills.
Okay,
to
Harry, I think for the
react
for the
and
viewers,
move out the way.
you're gonna have to explain because Ian is
Rein it
Ian
back.
is a very inside jokey topic. I think you need to describe what an Ian looks like, and maybe give some
All right,
context.
well, like we landed the rover on Mars and everything. What would be the first life form that you think would appear in like the camera view of that rover? And that's essentially what Ian is.
I'm drawing a picture.
A dusty man.
Like a scarab beetle with a 6-pack.
8-pack.
So anyway, and sorry. So, in this dream, I'm at an art auction, and I'm auctioning off a piece of like something I've come up with, and anyway, so what that's actually a pretty good depiction of what they are.
Yes.
But so anyway, yeah, I had created a sculpture in this dream called Monkey with a Fork, and it got me thinking. Whoa, I don't know I'd like transcended this deep.
Oh.
When I created Monkey with a Fork. But when I woke up, obviously it was like a waking nightmare, so I was like, oh! And I immediately ran over and got to work on the clay and tried to recreate it. But
In your pottery
by
room.
that point, I'd just forgotten what the dream was, and I forgot all the details of Monkey with a Fork.
Exactly.
But yeah, I wanted to like you two have had a lot of time to sit on it, so I imagine that you two would have pretty good deductions about my psychology or the meaning of the piece.
Well, I've actually been studying
Please
you.
step in.
Studying you for quite a while as my number one specimen. I actually took a sample of your hair, and I've been cloning you and performing tricks and acts on you to see which works better, so I could feed back to and give her the goods.
You're gonna have to bleep that.
You have to run back and bleep that one there.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. But let me write down that timestamp. I'm actually being professional now. Let me write it down right next to Ian's cock.
Yeah.
Harry, to me personally, I've studied it and I've thought about it, and to me, Monkey with a Fork is a political commentary on the free school meals that went about. When people were getting like half a banana and a bourbon wrapped in some sellotape. So it's deep and personal, not to me, but to someone else. And yeah,
Because you're
keep at it.
you're a glutton, aren't you, Sam? So it wouldn't mean anything
Oh yeah.
to you.
No, I saw that and I got hungry.
To me, if I had to pin down my genius to a statement, it's
Bloody
quite
hell.
difficult. But I think it's going to be, we're all animals underneath. So, and we're all hiding behind that silverware that is a fork, realistically.
The materialism, the masks we wear.
Yeah, exactly. And that's that.
I think
But
it was just a dream about Monkey with a Fork, because it's quite a funny picture.
well, I'd seen my dad's really hairy back before I went to sleep. So
Oh, that's probably what it was. There you are.
yeah.
You fixed it.
There you go. Well, it still hurts that
Art
I
means-
lost Monkey with a Fork that day.
Art means something different to everyone,
Exactly.
It will live on through this
Yeah.
podcast.
But I think what we all share is a love for art made by one man, Edgar Wright.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
That was
Well,
a
in
good-
my
good
dream, he was at the auction. He was at the auction in my dream.
Oh
and,
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Don't
You just added that
Oh,
in.
fuck off.
That's
don't
extra.
sour
Monkey with a fork.
with your lies.
He was
don't
there, and
sour
so
it.
was Wes Anderson, actually. Quentin Tarantino wasn't, because he didn't get the invite or something. Margaret Thatcher, decided she didn't like me that day or something.
Coal miners.
So, who knows? It's hard,
Well,
but...
I love that. I wish me and Sam were invited to the auction, but I guess your dream doesn't go that far and invite
Well, you
us.
were there, but you were creating different pieces of art in other rooms, being
What was my piece?
A Glock.
well, I don't know. I wasn't able
you didn't
to see.
so you,
I
you
woke
didn't,
up.
You didn't bother to look.
No, Sam, because
Show
we're
a
so
friend some
interconnected.
support.
I got the presence
know.
that you were
I know-
there.
I know-
I felt you.
I know-
I felt you
My
telekinetically.
spirit.
No, I
connection.
know for sure
Yeah.
that Sam
And I
would have
felt
invited you.
Callan's. I felt the warmth of his breath on my neck.
And the
But
smell.
when I turned round, he was gone.
What was that, Callum?
Yeah.
I know for a fact that Sam would have invited you to his auction in the dream world, and the fact that you didn't go because you didn't know what it looked like tells me that you're a bad friend.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I had
just
to wake
like-
up.
Just like the podcast, you and Callum would have been the only ones who would have turned up.
Oh,
Oh,
get it? Turn up the volume.
what, Sam? Come on, don't do that sly face. You know we love you. Come back to ground zero.
Yeah, Ground Zero.
Sun's getting real low.
Ground Zero, which is going to be the first film.
Edgar.
Anyway,
Wright.
back to Edgar Wright. Please, for the love
Yeah.
of God.
Okay. So really, we should start off chronologically. Shaun of the Dead. That was 2004, I think.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
And that's where. Yeah.
That's where we got
You see,
introduced.
I'd see.
No, actually, no.
I can't tell when Callum's about to speak because he's paused on my screen.
Oh,
He's paused on mine, but I didn't want to make him shout.
oh, you guys just have to give me
No.
a quick thing, and I double tap that shit.
Oh, he's back.
There
Okay,
we go.
okay.
All right. I have some stuff because Shaun of the Dead is where you get to see all of his roots. Well, like he did other stuff before that, obviously, but that's where you mainly see his like ideas culminating, which
Yeah.
will go on to create more stuff.
Exactly. I think you have the same thing that
More
I'm
stuff.
thinking. I think. Wait, should we start from the beginning of the film because we can talk about the introduction because I know Edgar Wright worked with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and I think Martin
On
Freeman a little
Spaced.
bit on Spaced, yeah, which was a little TV show
Yeah.
which I never saw. Don't know whether you guys seen it.
It's on Channel 4. It's good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Oh,
It's on Netflix.
Because I didn't realize
I need to
I didn't realize he directed it until today, in my research hours.
yeah, it was very weird.
And he did something with Noel Fielding.
Did he?
You what?
He did something with Noel Fielding. You know the one where he's in the car.
Well, I was going to come back to that. That's a music video that inspired Baby Driver.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did a lot of early
Yeah.
work that inspires his later work.
Yes, and in Shaun of the Dead, you basically see the I would say Simon Pegg and Nick Frost at their at their duo peak. Maybe Hotfuzz, maybe
Yeah.
was their duo peak, but it was the beginning of
Hot
it.
Fuzz. Yeah.
And it
I don't know. I watched
Yeah.
Hot Fuzz literally last night, and it still holds up. That is still.
It does.
I mean,
He's
that and
still-
Shaun of the Dead. You know, they're British treasures, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
You know.
They are.
I
But
don't e-
that's another thing about him. He brings a lot of like actual British humour forward that might go over like some
Americans' head.
like
yeah, like
American. Well, like especially like Hot Fuzz, which is like a satire on village life.
Yeah.
It's like unless you've lived in a village or you've lived around Devon or something, or Gloucestershire, which is where I think it's set.
Edgar Wright is
Ooh.
from
Gloucester.
the country. He comes from
Yeah.
like Bournemouth or something. WTF?
Yeah, so it's like you would know.
Where the fuck? But I mean, he. So I think
You
Hot
you
Fuzz.
freak.
Yeah, is personal like
Yeah.
experience on that sort of sleepy
Which
town.
is really strange because when I'm working at Amazon, I literally saw a conversation that looked like it was out of Hot Fuzz. Like, you know, when they're in the police station, they're like, "Oh, you love it, don't you?"
yeah.
Oh, what? Where they
Or
would
like-
laugh really
where
loud.
they're- with Olivia Colman. Yeah, it was literally like that, and I was like, "That's just like."
That must be actually
I think
what
that's a
happens to
testament to
middle-aged
him, though.
people. That actually might just be a disease
Yeah.
that middle-aged people go through.
Become.
I hope they would
And then
catch
become
other
a senile.
diseases before they get to that disease. Preferably
Please, God.
fatal diseases, because you don't need any more of those people in this world. Get rid of them. Yeah, I wanted to be
But-
a
but
moment
in
just to
short-
think about that.
You've paused on my screen again. Just boop. Just briefly. There we go.
Hello.
All right, you're back. You're back. Okay.
Like-
I was
like
gonna
you s-
say.
You first. You have my permission and my blessing.
Wait, I was literally about to move on to Shaun of the Dead, but
Yeah,
if you had
that-
something more to say.
Oh yeah, go on, Sam.
Well, it's kind of encompasses all of it. You see a lot of people in their early careers, British actors, that have now gone on to do massive kind of big budget movies. Like you said, Olivia
Yeah.
Colman, she has a tiny role in that, and now she's won an
Yeah.
Oscar and stuff.
She's won an Oscar.
But she's she's really incredible in it, though. I think like she does really well in it. She's really good with like comedy though, 'cause she was in the Peep Show and
Yeah,
she was in
I think
Michael, like the Web. and
Mitchell and
Michael.
Webb.
Witch on the Web. That's it. What the fuck am I talking about?
Who the fuck's
Yeah.
Michael?
I don't know. I saw it ages ago. I forgot his name.
Whomst? Anyway, Shaun of the Dead. That's
Yeah. Well, I was
Amazing.
gonna say like lots of like his dynamic shots really like appear in it, like just movement in general. Like,
Yeah.
well, you know
you know that
those
shot.
like quick.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You know that shot where you have something go across the screen and it kind of goes like. It's
So
like
and
those
it
wipes.
transitions.
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a wipe shot.
transitions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the wiping shot. That's when he was making like films when he was a student, like really low budget. It was because he didn't have enough
It would
film
be easy.
coverage for the editing, so he couldn't just do like
Really?
snappy.
Oh, so you just do
Changes.
wipe shots.
So he did wipe shots,
Which are
yeah,
quite
and then
basic.
that's translated.
That's cool. Yeah,
Small on
like-
budget, big on creativity.
he has that student way
Yeah.
of filming as well, where it is very experimental, which is very fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
But it's like we especially with all the jump cuts and stuff, they like he somewhat created that, as in like, you know, the especially like the beer scene from World's
Yeah.
End. Or
the
like
one-
even someone just strapping their seatbelt, he does like a cut showing them moving the seatbelt across. and
Yeah,
then
yeah, yeah.
Another
Yeah,
cut
he makes
showing it going.
he
in with a
he
loud
makes the
click.
transitions like kind of like the climax of this of the joke, which is like really
Yeah.
really smart. Like they'd deliver a punchline and then he'd intricate like the transition of moving to the next scene into the whole
Yeah.
joke itself,
Well-
which is really good.
Exactly. He
Well, it's
uses
like visual.
the visuals for comedy as well. It's not just like the dialogue. You know, it's the whole part of the movie is designed in a way to make you laugh.
It's the best.
But something I realized about those shots was like he built like obviously he's a huge fan of music, and we'll talk about his music later. But he creates rhythm in those shots, and then the like punchline you'll find is always off key. So like with the beer scene, it's like
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
goes like that, and then it's like a different sound when he pours the water, and that only accentuates the punchline that
Yeah.
Nick Frost's character is drinking water.
Exactly.
It's like
Pussy. As you'll notice, all of us are, well, we're not drinking water, but we're not drinking this evening. We've all decided to go, is it on the wagon? Yeah, we're on the wagon.
No, well, also it's also to do
Yeah.
with our health, and we've been noticing massive health decline in, especially mine and Sam's.
I've got
home
black
life.
spots
I
all
don't know
over
about
my
Harry,
body.
but Harry,
I look like a...
Harry looks healthy. Harry still looks.
the
beautiful.
beer build. Well, I was gonna say the beer build up in my testicles is really getting too much. They were literally dripping.
You've got elephant legs. Your legs are just
Yeah.
I don't think the
wide at the bottom with all that alcohol that's seeped to the
I don't
bottom.
think the viewers need to hear that, Harry. I think that was unnecessary information.
What, does it not build up in yours as well?
Oh, I just have
We're gonna
Guys,
have to-
don't throw me
I
out.
get-
Don't throw me out the
I
dry.
get really bad nose.
You guys have it
bleeds.
as well, don't you?
Really.
I had mine leaked years ago. We're going to have to put a viewer discretion at the start now.
Viewer discretion, please advise. Harry has leaky testes.
Testicles mentioned.
Please be advised. Please be
Wet
advised.
testicles.
If you have beer building up in your balls, go see a doctor.
Oh,
That's the kind of energy I want to bring to the scene.
we should warn
Comes
as
to my
well.
like.
Viewer discretion for a heated argument that's going to happen later between I think it's the team
Yeah.
me and Harry versus Sam about the whole
Yeah.
World's End film, and I saw the look on Sam's
The
face.
master debater.
Yeah, exactly. I
The
saw.
master debater.
Oh, that was a good one. We should add a fapping sound effect over that.
Just put a picture of someone going over the top of it
But I can
with water effects.
I
at
can
the
see
bottom.
Sam holding something in, and I know it isn't a shit because he
That's-
Yeah,
shits five
well,
times a day.
I think
I
we're
have
gonna
very good
wait.
flow down there. I was just going to say, I don't want to darken the moment yet with World's End, so we'll just carry on with the other two.
Classics. Yes.
The classics.
The classic. I want to talk
Yeah,
about reoccurring jokes and the whole the trilogy. And so Shaun of the Dead
Yeah.
is where you get a lot of the falling over the fence, the fence. That's scary.
The fence.
Yeah, where when he dumps over
Yeah.
it and then smashes through it, and then also the long. I love the long take of him. The repetition where he goes out on a normal day to go to the little tuck shop in the morning of Shaun of the Dead to go and get
yeah,
a
and
can
everything's
of Coke.
going on around it.
Yeah, and then it literally repeats
Yeah.
later on, but it's just everyone's a zombie.
And well, he does that. He does the foreshadowing. For example, like in Shaun of the Dead, he's like, "What do you want him to? You should live in the shed." As he's like telling Nick Frost off,
Yeah.
which is how it ends. And he also is like, "You've got red on you," and then that takes on a whole different meaning
it's so
once he gets
so clever.
blood on him.
Yeah.
You got red on you. You've got red on you.
Those displayed
Red
by
on you.
their attackers. If you know.
You got red on you.
Yeah.
And even the
And
foreshadowing.
it's like we're already
Oh, you go. No, you go.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Oh,
Please.
we lost it. Well, the moment which I used the clip in the last podcast, which would be this thumb going this way because that's the right way. That last podcast
Yeah.
has the little Simon Pegg switching the TV, but in the actual film, he's switching channels perfectly in time, so it says like people are eating each other
Yeah.
alive, but then he doesn't catch on to it.
Which
Yeah.
which is a really intelligent way of like doing it. Like how would like that's how you are meant to deliver exposition in a film, I think.
Yeah, rather than spoon feed or like literally
Yeah.
showing you. I
It's
wasn't
like
gonna.
that's a very clever way of like doing it.
Exactly.
Of
I
like,
wasn't
you know.
actually gonna do it yet, but I think it comes in perfectly now. I was gonna compare his films and how he combines that sort of exposition and the visual comedy to kind of American comedies, and I'm not dissing on them. I was gonna bring up Adam McKay's name, who did like Anchorman and Step Brothers. I like those films a lot. They're very good, but
Yeah.
they're basically comedians in a room improvising off each other, and that's
Yeah.
funny. But the actual kind of shots they're using are quite basic.
On dynamic. Yeah.
It's not kind of groundbreaking directing, which is interesting because
Yeah.
Adam McKay and Edgar Wright actually did Ant-Man together.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just a
But what, like,
coincidence. I didn't plan that.
I
Not planned.
also wanted to compare like the way Edgar Wright does visual comedy to the way like Wes Anderson does, and like what like how it's funny. Edgar like the way Edgar Wright does it is so much more, is like really dynamic with stuff coming into frame, like quite jarringly, like the phone where he's like, I don't let my personal life get in the way of my work life, and then the phone goes into shot.
Oh
It's like-
yeah.
Yeah. And also, well, just
Getting
like the
fed
fast
cake
yeah.
in Hotfuzz
Well,
when they're
and
having
like
cake.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and like the fast jump cut scenes where it's like, you know, as I mentioned before, one is offbeat, and then that adds to the joke. Whereas like, so Edgar Wright's visual comedy is very dynamic, whereas like
Kinetic.
Wes Anderson one is like stationary with a wide shot, so that you can see characters leaving and going in, and also like camera moving like slowly, which adds to like comedic effect.
Yeah, it's less handheld,
Like-
I reckon. It's more like a
Yeah.
floating camera somewhere else that's able to see things that like usually wouldn't be able to see. But like Shaun of the Dead is very
Yeah.
much like look that way, look that way.
Well, yeah,
It's good.
Harry,
but also that
Oh.
yeah.
if you say dynamic one more time, we'll have a drinking game on our hands.
Oh,
Oh, I said it again. I said it twice, didn't I? I didn't
I think it's-
overuse it.
We'll have to do a recount.
I can't be bothered.
It's a
You
good
guys can do
word.
that.
Sorry, I wasn't dissing on you. I just thought it'd be a fun
Whoa.
drinking game.
Kinetic.
My vocabulary's big.
Say kinetic.
Yeah, kinetic's good.
Yeah.
We'll use that
Your-
instead. As
Your
Sam takes
vocabulary's
such
very
great offense.
dynamic.
Oh,
Oh.
genius. Should take that beanie off and replace it with a crown, King. Oh,
No, I'm bold.
Yeah.
I don't want a scar. Anymore.
oh okay. Never mind. I'm sorry to bring it up, man.
Yeah, I don't know why he did that.
So, oh yeah, you go. You go. I want you to go. All right.
No, I was gonna bring it on to Baby Driver because I'm itching.
Oh well.
I'm
Before that,
itching
could I then
all over.
the Edgar Wright? I watched a Simon Pegg talking about his. You probably have seen it. Talking about his roles in movies, and obviously.
Oh,
a
is
big
that like
part.
the Q2?
Yeah.
Is it Q2? Yeah.
And he talks about
GQ.
how much
GQ. Sorry. Yeah, you're right, Harry.
GQ. What does that stand for? Good kids.
Kids doesn't start with a Q.
I know that.
Quids.
Quids. Good quids. Squids.
Good quids. Good quids spent to get Simon Pegg in to explain.
Yeah, because he's a millionaire now, and he won't accept less than $2 million for a role.
Who's
a Star
reaching out
Wars
to you?
cameo.
Good quids is.
But there's like that scene in Shaun of the Dead where they're hitting the zombie behind the bar with pool cues
Oh, to Queen.
in time of Queen,
Rhythm,
which is
yeah.
like
Yeah.
he then uses like a whole film about music and about how it's in time with music with Baby Driver.
Yeah.
So it's just little seeds that Harry was
Rhythmic
talking
comedy.
about. Yeah.
Well, with
Yeah,
Baby
well, everything's
Driver,
on beat.
You go first, Harry.
Sorry.
No, you go first.
I feel
Sam.
bad about
No, I
the
was
dynamic
like-
thing. I felt bad about
No,
dynamic
you
thing.
go. You go.
You go, Harry. You go.
Rock paper
Well,
scissors.
It's gonna link it. It's gonna link into Baby Driver. I promise. Like when Shaun is walking down the streets, you know, in the foreshadowing shot, you'll notice there's a beat in the background, and Simon Pegg doesn't take a step off the beat. He's moving forward, even when it goes. He trips over in time with the drum beat going.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
It's like subtly tight, all of his films, so you don't notice
Yeah.
anything out of place. And then you watch another film not by him, and you go, "Damn, it's not smooth as an Edgar Wright film," just
It
because
doesn't have that,
everything is
yeah.
on beat, like you said.
It's literally like me in the
Yeah.
last episode's intro. It's amazing. Not last episode.
So smooth, no one noticed.
Exactly. Edgar Wright.
Well, I was gonna say Wes Anderson and Edgar Wright have very clockwork filming, as in everything is working and then spurring on another thing, which I know it's just the description of every movie ever, but
Something happened
it's
and then led to something else.
yeah,
Yeah, but
it's a lot more on beat,
They-
and there's like
they do it like
yeah.
nobody else. They do it like nobody
Yeah,
else.
and
Nobody does it like them.
they take it to a league of their own.
Sam, what did you want to say earlier? Because
What did you say about Baby Driver?
yeah, Baby Driver.
Well, Baby Driver, I read this ages ago when Baby Driver was first coming out, and he based his initial idea was from the song Bell Bottoms, you know, that's in the first scene.
Bell bottom.
So he liked that song so much, he was like, oh, this will make a great like chase scene. And that was the seed of the idea. And then he directed that music video with Noel Fielding, which you can see on YouTube, the Blue Song by
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
We'll put that in the
Mint-
description.
Mint Royale. There we go. I just remembered that looking down at the floor there. Anyway, he builds each scene in Baby Driver around a track. The track doesn't come after the scene comes after track, which is a very innovative kind of way of coming up with a story. Like, I don't know,
It's
I don't
cool.
think anyone else has done that.
It's like an album cover. It's like an album list, and you're going through each song, but it's a different
Yeah.
scene. That's very smart.
But also, there's a scene
Yeah.
in Baby Driver which speaks to like how retentive Edgar Wright is, where he's like, I think it's like a parody of himself, kind of, where they're waiting in the car and he's like, no, wait until
Yeah,
it
yeah,
hits
yeah,
this
yeah.
part of the song,
Well,
and then
no.
they're like, and then he's like,
Oh, yeah.
no, go.
Oh yeah, he's waiting.
Yeah, it's the Mike Myers heist scene.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring that up. That
Yeah.
it's I think you're right. I think that's
It's
a
homage to
nod.
him.
Yeah, the fact that everything is so tight with the track, it's all built around the track. It's got to be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was like, also like, you know, Shaun of the Dead is like, I think he pays homage to old cinema as well, especially with Shaun of the Dead primarily,
Yeah.
with like lots of the shots being like akin to what we've seen in like Dawn of the Dead and stuff.
Night of the Living
Like
Dead.
I think I think like the morning scene where he's like walking and you think he's a zombie because he's treading and he's just yawning is taken out of an old like zombie movie.
I watched that.
where it pans up and it's a zombie.
I think I watched that
Yeah.
video. I watched that comparison video. Yeah, it's very good. And the practical effect usage in Shaun of the Dead is similar to like the Dawn of the Dead practical effects. Like when the guy's getting ripped apart, and
Yeah.
it's very much looks bad, like
You see-
sickening,
yeah.
but it's like it's definitely just a blob of. It's real.
Yeah. You know it's fake. You know his head is like, he's like going, yeah, and his head is like connected to a fake body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just an obvious
I was like,
leg
that's
that's
clever.
coming off. Like
Yeah. It's like, it's good practical effects in like all his movies.
amazing.
Well, he said the way he storyboards is he draws everything. I think this is for most films. I don't know if it's for all of his films he's done, but they all, even though Scott Pilgrim is the only one that's actually based on like a graphic novel series or whatever, they all have that kind of comic book feel. They feel like they've translated straight from page to film.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's quite unique to him. Like even the violence is always kind of a bit over the top, but in a comical sense. It's never kind of really.
Well, also he seems very
harrowing.
aware of his. He seems just abundantly aware of his style. Like the whole reason Hotfuzz is as funny as it is because it's dynamic action shots. There you go.
Dynamic.
In a village setting, and it's like,
yeah.
you know,
It's the juxtaposition.
that's what makes it hilarious. Because it's like, imagine Wimple getting torn up by gunfire.
Fuck
It'd be,
off,
like,
grasshopper.
just it's yeah, it'd be so jarring. Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, what was I going with this? I don't know.
it's okay, man.
I stumbled too far down the hole.
I mean,
Give me a.
we haven't even talked about Scott Pilgrim, which is probably loads of
I know.
people's
Yeah.
favorite film. I can see why.
I mean, that appeals to an American audience more than the British one because it's kind of Michael Cera humour with Edgar Wright kind of visual comedy.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a stretch because obviously Edgar Wright. I think
No,
he
it
wrote
is.
it. I assume he wrote it, the screenplay.
It is because it
adaptation.
does the same shots. You know when Michael Cera lies down in the bed or like when they're in the bed, and then
Macaulay
it cuts and,
Culkin's
like,
brother.
Yeah.
He's so
Yeah,
good in
and
that
then it-
film. I don't know
and
why
then
he's
it
not in
cuts
anything
and
else.
He's out the bed.
Whose brother is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
No, he's really good.
Macaulay
He's the-
Culkin's.
Oh my god! I
didn't
would
know
have said
that.
he would have been someone more like, I don't know, Jake Gyllenhaal or Tobey Maguire's brother. But yeah, he looks like Macaulay.
He does a little bit.
He
like
literally
Tobey
looks like
Maguire.
Macaulay Culkin, just less crack-addled.
Yeah, less blonde, because blonde people suck.
No,
Oh.
Scott Pilgrim, I think, I don't know.
It's got text.
I don't want to rank them. I don't want to rank the films, but Scott Pilgrim is a top tier film out of all films ever,
Yeah.
not just Edgar Wright ones.
It's literally a comic. It's just a
Yeah.
comic. It's like Deadpool probably could have if they made Deadpool more like Scott Pilgrim, I would have liked it
Comic
more.
books.
More.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the text on the screen and stuff, like stuff like that.
Which,
I don't know.
yeah.
It would have been such a good contrast to have this sort of like cartoonish comic book Edgar Wright,
oh,
feel.
because of the kind of
and then
meta,
the gore. It would have been such a cool dynamic.
That would have been cool.
like the meta self-awareness of it being a comic,
Yeah.
Would have translated.
would have
more
translated to
if
Deadpool.
it was, yeah.
That's a good idea.
Especially, like, yeah, they kind of use it, like, you know what is it when he falls off the skate ramp and it like follows his scream downwards?
Yeah.
in words. Yeah.
Or like,
Yeah, that would have I can picture something happening like that in Deadpool and it working
Yeah. Yeah.
incredibly well.
And even bits of like
or
impact.
P meter when
Yeah.
he's going to the toilet and he's got a P meter that's going down, like a video game. That would have worked for Deadpool.
But you
Yeah.
know when he shoots through those
Yeah, it
people's
would've.
heads? Imagine like each time it goes and hits through someone's head, a bit of text like describing the sound, like crack or something, like popped up next to the bullet hole. That'd be quite funny. Like, Scott Pilgrim gets punched by what does he kick? He kicks the head of the first Evil X.
Yeah, I forget that guy's name.
Matthew Patel.
Matthew Patel.
And then it goes like crack as his like slow motion like get kicked in the face. I think that those sound effects would have done so well, but not like the old Batman, but like the new Scott Pilgrim. Yeah.
And when literally the start of the film when they're playing guitar and you see like the notes coming off the guitar,
Yeah.
and then the little lightning bolts.
So good.
It's so silly. It's all so silly, but it just because it's silly doesn't kind of invalidate the humor of it. You
No.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it is
Well, it
just
works
funny. It just
all-
works.
It just works all the way through, especially with like, I don't know, the way like, also like music being past Scott Pilgrim and stuff. It's like that's very Edgar Wright
Yeah.
to like implement music into fight scenes that way,
Mm.
Oh yeah, shit.
like Battle of the Band kind of thing.
The ending scene where he's fighting all the people to the "We are sex bombs," and we're gonna watch him kick your teeth in.
Scott Pilgrim, kick your teeth
Yeah.
in.
How did I forget his name? Fuck. We're gonna watch him. What's his name again?
That guy,
watch-
curly-headed
watch-
freak.
Who in the world versus the who?
Or watch Michael Cera.
Matthew Patel?
I was gonna say Michael
No,
Cera.
that's not right.
Matthew Patel. My evil vampire chicks.
Tell me, Maddie.
I like the vegan police in it
Oh yeah.
who are like, I revoke your powers.
You know, like you once were vegan, now you will be gone. Just it's so stupid, but
Yeah,
I think
it works all the time.
perfect. And
It
I don't
works,
think
like perfectly for it.
imagine if
I don't
like,
think this.
Tarantino did Scott Pilgrim. You know. Sorry,
It
Harry. I
wouldn't
did,
work that well.
I did speak
You
over
guys
you
were
there.
both saying
No.
like the same words at the same time. Brilliant. Oh.
We have a hive mind.
Callan, you're the queen bee, and we're just your
Suck,
worker bees.
suckle on my honey teats.
I know when Sam's about to
Bust.
speak, so I try to avoid it. Yeah, I
That
know
wasn't
he's
what you were
about to
gonna
bust.
say.
Yeah, I was going somewhere. Then I was like, I've already said
When
a
Sam's about
testicle filled with beer,
to go to sleep.
so I can't really go
Oh
back.
god.
It must be a work night.
like-
It must be a work night. Because he wanked twice at 2 o'clock.
He must have had a stressful day.
Why is he doing this? He's just violating his body.
Jesus Christ. That's excessive.
Awful. Yeah.
He's
Well,
gonna need
Sam,
some
not me.
cream. Oh god.
You better get some tissues for that.
Oh no, he's out of tissues. Fuck.
Oh god.
A trip to the toilet.
I don't even know how you segue from that into anything else, dude.
Well, I don't know. Speaking of us having a hive mind, I know Sam's opinions on The World's End.
That was
Quite.
the best you could have done with what you just talked
guys,
about.
things are about to get dark. I think
You're in a sticky situation and you pulled it back. Well done.
I think we should have
Pulled it.
a battle. I think we should have a genuine fight about this, and I don't want it to be
Right.
like too damaging. But I think me and Sam need to beat the shit out of Sam. Wait, me and Harry need to beat the shit out of Sam.
That's how much you don't want to be on my side. You start sympathising with the enemy.
Oh my god, yeah. Me and Sam start beating the shit out of Sam.
Friendly fire.
Okay.
Sam just insults himself.
Okay.
Piece of shit.
So we'll start off.
For full disclosure, neither me nor Harry have seen World's End in the last year. When was the last time you saw it?
We haven't
Harry?
seen it like last year. Literally, I haven't seen it in ages, and I've only watched it once.
And I mean, I think I have negative feelings towards the film. I bought it for my dad's birthday when I was younger with my pocket money, and it never got opened.
And then ridiculed it in
never
front
got-
of him.
No,
and
no,
he's never forgiven you.
It was just never watched.
Oh,
So
that's even worse.
I got hard feelings, a hard relationship with that film. But that being said, it's still shit.
You got an even harder pounding from your dad for for giving you a shit movie.
Waste my time. I'll show you.
No, it's a good movie.
World's End.
That's why Sam doesn't like it.
Yeah.
No.
Just associates it with fists.
Associates it with
He can't
fatherly abuse.
If you're gonna,
getting thrown out the window.
the problem
Son,
I
you'll
have
be
with the
spinning it out
film
on the
as well.
streets.
Another problem I have, if you look up anything about it, any reviews, they're all positive. They're all gleaming reviews, like hilarious. How are people such sheep? You know, you have a trilogy, yeah, linked by the Cornetto, so they're not linked by any particular story. It's just a theme of kind of friends in a satirical
fuck you too,
environment. Anyway, sorry.
Did you not see Sam go?
Sorry, a groupie just walked in. Fender off.
Yeah,
with
I
a
saw your
stick.
mum in the background.
Oh,
But
sorry. It's,
I
Yeah, it's not. Anyway,
personally believe.
Wait. Let Sam
an
finish his
alright
thought.
film.
Let Sam finish his thought.
oh, you can see everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, all the groupies are breaking in. There's no reason why the third one couldn't be the best one. It had the biggest budget, you know. They'd been building up all the hype from the first two films, which I don't think you could have a favourite out of those first two. They're equal quality, I would say. And then the third one, there's no plot to it, I don't think. I know there is a plot to it, but there's no plot here that hits me here, you know?
I'm about to get serious.
It's what happens when you
I
have too
think-
big a budget. Your creativity dives. They should make a graph of the negative relationship between creativity and money.
Okay then.
Why don't they make Edgar Wright go through, like, doggy tricks to see whether he's still functioning up there?
Just take his house and all his money, and then we'll get something, a real gem.
Yeah. And,
Kill his
like,
wife if he has one. That
blackmail him and Simon Pegg and make them fall apart so that when they reunite, something clever will come out.
from the rubble, a phoenix will rise, and it will be better than all the films he made.
I don't think... It's not a bad film. It's just bad by the standard of, like, the two preceding ones.
Well, that's my point. If you were to put this film up against, I don't
Any
know,
other film,
give me a
it would
film. Give me a
succeed.
film.
The Room.
Yeah, The Room. It's miles better than The Room.
Whoa,
Whoa, buddy! You're gonna fall down
Don't
another
jump
dark
ship
hole.
yet, bud.
you
Dude,
saying-
you're already...
The Room is an objectively good film. Is that what you're saying?
No,
Yeah, me and Sam will beat you up.
but Wiseau. What's his name?
Tommy Wiseau, yeah.
Dammy Wiseau is a shit joker. I hated that video.
That was a fucking legendary one.
Ah ha ha ha!
Dude, if, like, don't follow him on Instagram. It's just like
Yeah, it was abusive, probably.
it's non-stop fucked.
Yeah, I bet it is. But yeah,
It's not.
but Harry, you love
Sorry.
World's End, don't you?
I don't love it, but I like it.
I once
It's not-
heard
it's-
you say it was your favourite film and it only ever needed one viewing. You came out of the cinema and you
Yeah.
said, I won't see that ever again because it will never be as good as the first time.
You're misquoting me.
And then you did that with your hands.
Sorry, I can't focus. But I think it's only bad because of the two preceding ones, obviously. But it isn't as like drastically horrible as you're saying it is.
Maybe
I
I'm
think.
being slightly hyperbolic. I will admit that. But the only
I think.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry.
don't you wag your finger at me. Go ahead.
No.
I guess.
Sam,
Well,
you need to
I
stand
think
up for
it
yourself.
falls.
No, I did interrupt him. To be fair.
Oh, okay.
I think it falls short where Shaun of the Dead's like exceeded, where it wraps in like a tale of like having to grow up and move on. In with like a dire circumstance around them. Like Shaun is trapped between going into business or staying behind with his friend and not progressing in his life, and the zombie apocalypse kind of makes him realize that he doesn't have to go one way or the other. There is like a sweet between working and doing that.
Yeah.
And that's where it succeeds. But like The World's End is like Gary King, who refuses to grow up and move on and is like too like stuck on that. And then it coincides with an alien invasion, which makes him like have to revisit all these places and realize that it's time for him to move on. But then it, for some reason, at the end, just turns into a nuclear wasteland.
I thought that was
Where
so
it's
funny,
like-
though.
I like the
Yeah.
end when the cornetto just slaps against the railing.
That's
I
good
like
reference.
that. And I like the
Yeah.
pints being poured, like you were talking about earlier. That visual.
That's all you
comedy.
like.
That's
he
really
wa-
good.
He, wa-
that's
he
all I
walks
like.
in and he walks in and he asks for a pint of water at the end. So it's like that's meant to be his arc, that he's moved on, but he's still walking around with like the clones of
I mean,
his old friends.
if it suddenly became an
So it's-
apocalyptic wasteland, that's when I would become an alcoholic, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I've just-
So it's really Simon Pegg did well.
He did do what?
Here is my points again, because I've thought of better ones while you've been talking. Shaun of the
You weren't
Dead,
even
yeah.
listening.
No, I was just waiting for my turn to talk. That's how. No, Shaun of the Dead, yeah.
speaking for too long. I knew I'd lost you. You
No, 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 no.
Look in your eyes, like.
Glazed over. Flies started buzzing around my face. Shaun of the Dead,
Anyway.
yeah, is like a play on the zombie genre, but done in a unique way. Hotfuzz is that buddy cop kind of thing that they kind of make fun of, but in also making their own version of it. What is World's End? Is it alien
It
invasion?
doesn't have to parody anything.
But the other two do parody, and that's kind of part of
Yeah.
the joke is in the parody. Whereas
Yeah.
World's End,
Yeah, it's
But it
not
doesn't
basing it
have
off.
to.
I don't think there was. I don't know whether maybe he was basing it off of like War of the Worlds type.
or like Attack the Block or something.
I think maybe he was like, I want to make a
I
cool
don't know.
sci-fi movie.
Yeah.
But I like a warm worlds, those sort of like aliens coming and taking over the thing. And he thought, you know what? I have this thing from my childhood. I think it'd be really funny if a bunch of pub goers got attacked by aliens and how they deal with it. That might have just been his brain.
But they're not even satisfying aliens. They're like blue goo inside robot
Yeah.
shell.
I wish you got to see
They're
how
not
they
even
transformed
aliens.
people. The only like
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
visual bit in relation to like the actual in world is when Martin Freeman loses his head and he's got a volleyball instead of a head. I think that's good. And the fight scene in the toilets is sick. You have to admit, when they're beating up the thing and they're
Yeah,
ripping off
and they're
arms and
slamming
ink's
everyone
flying
around.
everywhere. And they call them blankies and inkies and they're just getting drunker and drunker as the film goes on. Come on, man.
Look, Sam's just waiting for his turn to speak. He wasn't
Yeah,
listening.
I
he was
didn't. I
shaping
didn't.
up.
I didn't know which one of you was talking actually.
Oh, am I
No,
frozen?
No.
No.
No, you weren't. I don't know.
Just
May-
speaking, you didn't give a fuck. It's like, I wonder which of the blonde ones is going to say something next.
No, I did like the fight scene. I just feel like it had too much money. So they get Pierce Brosnan and Rosamund Pike for like bit
Yeah.
parts. Like they're not
That's
even
bit-
really in it. Like,
Yeah.
you could cut them out of the film quite easily. I don't know. I didn't like the aliens.
Fair enough.
Too blue for my liking.
Yeah.
Blue.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like the part where it's like, where it ties similar to Shaun of the Dead, where it's still like a character development forced into an apocalyptic scenario,
Yes.
which I think it does to an extent, where he has to go combat all of these old things he's seeing, and like at the end where he's presented with a clone of himself, and they're like, you could live in this memory forever, and he goes, no, and like that's a moment where he moves on. So I think it succeeds in it slightly, but it's not as good as Shaun of the Dead.
It's not as good as those two. It's not as good as Scott Pilgrim. I'd say I'd prefer World's End to Baby Driver, but
Oh, nah. See that I'd fall out with you there. I would watch World's End again to do it justice, to honor it, and then if I felt the same way, then I would stick to my beliefs. Maybe I'm being unfair, but I was sorely disappointed. And Baby Driver, the last 20 minutes could be cut, but the rest of it is flawless. Callan, you frozen again.
Callan's frozen.
no. No. No.
Oh no.
Oh no, is he dead?
He's gone too far off the rails. Fuck.
I've
How would he
offended
die
him.
with
I
his hands
offended him
still up?
too much.
I'm joining. Hopefully this works. Oh, the Wi-Fi fucking turned off.
One of his arteries is just gone. He's having a stroke while completely standing still.
It's all that beer in his testicles. It's just built up.
Fuck.
He has internal bleeding in his mind.
Oh god.
Ah!
Oh my god, I'm
I'm
back.
back.
Okay.
I freaked out there for a second.
To finish this debate, the glaring fault with it is that the ink in the aliens was blue.
Yeah?
It should have been green, because then it would be red for Shaun of the Dead, blue for Hotfuzz because of the police,
Oh, yeah.
and then green for the ink, and then you would have
Oh, mint flavoured alien.
Cornetto.
Dude, eat right up.
Oh, you know when that
They wouldn't stand a chance if
For
they
those-
tasted like mint.
those ginger girls, the marmalade sandwich was fit. That was a joke, Grace.
Oh.
Oh, he's frozen
Oh.
again.
My god. Who keeps on
This
turning
is
off the
becoming a
Wi-Fi?
problem now. I think we're gonna have to hire someone else, Harry. We've given him so
We may
many
have to-
chances.
No.
We may have to interlude.
No, someone keeps on turning off the Wi-Fi.
Is your brother just fucking with you?
I think so.
Or is Dom still...
He's just at the switch.
So you know what? What I'll do right now? I'll go off. I reckon we should all go off and check our own Wi-Fi. I'll go off and check if the Wi-Fi is fucking working. Yeah?
Wait,
Is this the
hold on,
break?
before-
Is this the call for the break?
No, it's cool for
Yeah.
the Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can smell my Wi-Fi is getting awfully smelly. Better go check it.
Exactly.
Are
We'll
we
be right
drinking
back when the
after
Wi-Fi's
this?
fixed.
Listen, I'm really... No, I didn't mean to. I think it's a bad movie. I think it's a really bad... I didn't
Alright,
mean to go that
I'm
hard,
back
dude.
from the Wi-Fi. I think it should all be okay now.
Well,
What happened?
so... Nothing, don't worry about it.
I don't want to talk about it.
Sam, what happened?
Nah, just leave it.
Okay.
He's muted. Yeah, well, okay. We'll just try and skip along.
We'll just not talk about Edgar Wright then, Sam, if you
Because-
prefer that.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay. Right.
It got a bit too
I-
dynamic when you were gone.
Yeah, it did sound a bit
I would just
raw.
I'd just like to apologise if I've hurt anyone's feelings. It's art at the end of the day. I'm no critic. That's all I have to say.
Sam,
Let's move on.
Sam, Harry really fucked you up. Harry, what did you? Never mind. Okay, let's just stop. Let's talk about someone else. You better not show them the thing. Fucking you monster. You're awful. Okay. I guess we'll talk about.
Reacting. He saw my swollen nutsack full of beer, and he decided it was time to back the fuck down.
That's disgusting.
He
No,
sloshed it at me. He gave it a good sloshing.
I got up and went, and Sam gave up after that.
It was like a champagne bottle out his wiener. It was, oh.
And also,
Dude, I just say. It doesn't usually look like that. It's just a bit infected.
I reckon. Talking of champagne bottles, I reckon
Kim and Kanye.
Kim Kardashian was shaking
and
that
Kanye!
champagne bottle when she broke up with Kanye because she finally got rid of him because that was her
Speaking
goal.
of stick,
Did she pop it off her what do you call it?
Vagina, Sam.
her virginity,
Her-
that was taken long.
I meant her.
We're talking about her virginity.
I meant her bum.
Oh yeah, the split, the bit,
Like the picture.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Her back bum. Her
The
back
picture.
bum.
Okay, yes. Okay. I'll add
The one that broke the
a
internet.
time note to add a picture of Kim Kardashian's back bum. Okay, 59 minutes.
I'm gonna make a sub note that Sam doesn't know that Kim Kardashian isn't a virgin.
Sam doesn't know what a bum is. Which the back or the front? Which one is it?
Okay.
Where's your shitter?
So I think, which is fair enough, bro. as she is a delicate, she's a strong lady, but she's had enough of his shit.
A delicate.
She's had enough of Kanye's shit. He released the shit album. Okay, first of all,
What one?
the God one.
What one? Well, follow. No, it's not called follow God. It's something. I don't know
Jesus
what
is
it's
King.
called. I
Jesus
can't
is King,
remember.
or something like that.
That was it. Yeah.
And
Where he underpaid the choir as well.
Did he?
Who was like perform on it? Yeah.
okay, and
He completely underpaid
his
them.
run for presidency, and it's just constant.
Fuck.
I can see how him going for his extreme bipolar episodes because he is clearly he's feeling it right now. Kanye, he's going through a lot.
He's unwell.
Yes.
He's
Yeah, he's not.
not on his A game right now.
And I think
Well,
she's
after that video of him pissing on his Grammy, I was like, something's happening.
something's happening. Something's a
know.
brewing.
If I saw my husband pissing on one of his awards, I'd think,
First of all, I think why has
Time
Harry got a
to
husband?
leave.
He's the most homophobic man I know. Why is he
Well,
even making jokes about
Kanye West came to me after Kim
that? Kanye,
because
what's poppin'?
yeah. I didn't mind his album. I thought Kids See Ghost is like his best album with Kid Cudi, where he opens up and he's quite vulnerable about like what he's like off meds, and he's like it's a very trying time.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I think Kim did the most she could to like rehabilitate him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, she still had kids with
accommodate him.
She still had kids with him.
Yeah.
That shows at least like there was something there, and they definitely had like, it was a bit like looking at recent interviews. It was kind of looking like someone dealing with like someone they don't even talk to, like a kid that they've met off the street, seeing her talk to Kanye.
Yeah.
It seemed like they don't even live with each other, and they're so awkward.
Like a
together.
stray dog.
Yeah, exactly. like just like jacuzzi. Yeah, jacuzzi. Dude.
Oh my god, we don't have a jacuzzi. Yeah, Kanye, because you shat in the last one.
Because you thought it was an
Fucking animal.
award.
Pissed all over it, Kanye.
Yeah, anyway.
You tried to put your dick in one of the filters.
I think Harry
Told
actually.
you not to.
Harry should talk about it because Harry knows the most
Harry knows
About
Kanye.
like,
about Kim
Best.
Kardashian. You're always
Kanye
on her
Law.
Instagram.
well, I try not to be. I didn't know
If you
you
go
caught
through her
me.
Instagram, Harry's liked every one of her posts from 2017 to today.
Yeah. Wait, is that?
You
Wait,
creep.
did you just call out when she started her Instagram or something?
I wouldn't know, Harry. You'd be the one to know that.
I was only born in 2017. How dare you? I didn't even have fingers by that point.
That is true. Harry was
You
purely.
probably still thought she was a virgin.
Harry was purely medicinal.
I thought she adopted or something. I don't know where babies come from. Storks, isn't it?
You rub bellies together and
Not
pasta
Kim.
falls out.
I just like to say, in his immortal words, Kanye said, "One good girl is worth 1,000 bitches." I think he may have stolen that line from the Bible.
1,000 bitches.
Was Kim?
Yeah.
Was she a good girl and he needed more than 1,000? Wait, 1,000 bitches?
Then he's also
Or
like, have you ever
was she
asked
one
your
of those
bitch for other
1,000
bitches? Have you ever asked your bitch for other bitches?
No, I haven't.
The layers
Personally-
go.
No.
I would never refer to
Well.
my bitch as my bitch, actually.
Unless he meant one
Really?
good girl is worth 1,000 dogs, and what he needs is a house full of dogs and not a wife. You know, I think he'll be fine at the end of the day.
He'll be fine.
I think he'll be
I think-
fine.
Maybe.
He's got a lot of
Yeah,
money.
well, Kim Ka-
She's got a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
money.
It's like, I'm just worried he's going to do something intensely stupid again.
Piss on one of their
Because he's
children.
like in the toilet and film it for Twitter and have Keemstar react
See
to
what
it.
you made me do.
No way.
George Bush doesn't love black people.
That was one of the best moments that he's
And-
ever. I don't know.
Oh, that's so
But
funny.
he's always been like that, especially with like Taylor Swift at the awards and stuff. So he's always been kind of volatile
Yeah.
in like media sense.
Mm.
Like he's not afraid to do stuff.
Yeah, he's not afraid of like being himself, is he?
Backlash. Yeah.
Well, I think he likes controversy, but it's gone to the point where his brand is now surrounded with controversy.
Yeah.
After, like, calling slavery a choice and stuff, it's like it seems he's building himself up, and then his fall was somewhat inevitable after saying some outrageous things.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Exactly.
openly supporting Donald Trump and stuff. It's like
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
iffy.
it's like he was building himself up to fall off.
He is
In
gonna
a
keep. He's
horrible
just gonna
way.
keep. Yeah, he's just gonna keep on getting more ridiculous, and that's as sad as it gets.
That's what's
It's
sad.
difficult to watch a rapper who was once better than he is now, just slowly declining until unless he gets
Yeah.
help soon. He'll.
She's a lawyer now,
Probably
isn't
will.
she? Isn't she? Did she pass? I swear she's a lawyer now.
How does she what?
I know.
What?
I know she helps people that should have for like really stupid drug charges get out of prison. I know she does that.
Yeah, but does that mean she's passed
Yeah.
the bar and she is now a lawyer?
Maybe.
I swear she became a lawyer. Well, if
I
she's
swear it
doing
was just
legal
raising
stuff,
money.
No, I know
I
she
thought it was
started
just
by
raising
using
money
her
to do it.
platform for publicity, but I swear she actually passed the
bar exam.
bar exam. Yeah,
Oh, I don't
I
know.
swear she's a
passed
lawyer
it.
now.
Do we need a
Huh.
fact check?
We need a fact checker.
I'll fact check it.
Imagine you've just murdered someone, and you're like, oh fuck.
Better call
Who's
Kim.
the best? Who's like? I've got to call up my attorney, and then you sit down and you're like, fuck. How am I gonna get out of this situation? Then you see Kim Kardashian walk through the door to like help you.
You go,
You're
fuck
like,
yeah.
Oh, I'm fucked then. Yeah, wait, but I swear you knew more about their divorce and
Oh,
like
no.
what's actually happening.
Well,
Like, they've tied it off now.
I would say, yeah, they've stopped it now, and she's now releasing pictures of herself in more exposing and freeing outfits. I know she was quite bad before, but this is like before.
Quite bad.
No, not
Quite
bad.
bad.
Not bad, but like more. It's more It's more saucy. It's more saucy, Harry. If you get what I'm saying, all right. Rather than trying to put me in the dirt.
Oh, I get what you're saying. I've been there since 2017, waiting for this moment.
Exactly. She's now wearing string rather than clothing. That's what I'm saying.
Harry's in her DMs every week. You know.
Please, Kim.
Oh,
please.
I've killed someone else. I need a lawyer.
Oh, please suck on my gob.
Please get me out. I'm in prison for no reason.
Bogus drugs
Oh,
charges.
I'm just a drug trafficker.
I killed him. I didn't sell him drugs.
It's ludicrous.
Oh, and fact check.
Get me out.
She is not a lawyer yet, but she's studying law to be like her daddy.
Oh. Yes.
Oh, good.
She's probably just
That's,
passed one law exam within it, maybe.
Well, you know, I've got high hopes for her. She'll do it.
Yeah, so
She'll
do
get
I.
there.
I
was
think
just gonna
underneath
say
everything. I think she is actually pretty clever, and like dealing with Kanye and stuff, and dealing with such public stuff. It's like she's manipulating media in her favor,
Yeah. She
like
yeah.
all the time,
She-
which is
Yeah.
yeah.
she
Yeah.
created.
She's
she
attained
created,
her platform.
She's
She
risen it.
created a prodigy, didn't she? Northwest is a prodigy at
Yeah.
art.
Yeah,
We all saw
exactly.
the picture.
Okay, what we'll do is
Wow.
I want
Wow.
we'll put a picture here and a picture here. And gone, Harry, where do you want a picture?
Here.
Ooh, right here.
Okay.
Oh no, you're pointing back at Callan.
Oh no.
Right. Oh shit. Well, I don't know I don't know where we are usually on the screen.
I
I have to point that
I
way,
don't
don't I?
know, mate.
No, or that way. Oh, who
I'm just
cares?
gonna do
I
that.
fucked it up.
Oh no, I'm usually
Sorry.
there, so I'm gonna do.
Okay, you're
that?
really making it a
Question
lot
mark?
more editing than it needs to be. Stop pointing, please.
I was just gonna say Kanye called Chris. What is she called? Chris Jenner?
Chris. Yeah.
Chris Kardashian.
Yeah, that one.
Chris Jenner.
Yeah, I know who you're talking. The mum.
Anyway,
Yeah.
the mum, the big
don't
mama.
know. Mhm.
He called her Chris Jong Un, and I found that was so
What the
funny.
fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What about Kim Jong Un?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know.
You just missed.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah,
calling her
tell-
mum. He's calling her mum a dictator. He's not having to go at his wife.
It could have worked so well.
Silly Kanye.
It would have
Another
worked so
example
much
of him
better,
going
you're right.
insane. He missed the lowest of hanging fruit that was
He's-
available.
I don't need food. Food is
He dropped the
sacred.
ball on that one. I'm not gonna lie, but creativity
Ow,
where
eat
it stands.
Did you guys want to?
also,
Ooh. Back
also, Kim's divorce lawyer is called.
Is herself.
Lo-
off. The old
She
Ted
just has to
Bundy
pass the
approach.
bar in time.
That's why she's been studying law. Kanye's
She had
like,
this-
Yo,
she
you're
had
gonna
this
need
in
a
the-
lawyer to look over these papers. And she puts some glasses on. Yeah, bitch, I'm right here.
Yes, bitch.
Present.
Oh, fuck.
Present.
Yo, bitch, you're gonna need a lawyer to look over these. I am a lawyer.
And he was like, "Fine, then I'm going to become the president."
And, yeah, and she's like,
She
"You're
goes,
gonna
fine
need-"
then. Fine then. Good luck.
Good luck.
And
Lee.
he's she's like, you're gonna need God to save you. And he's like, I am God. Starts floating.
Her divorce lawyer is called Laura Wasser, and she's divorce lawyers who's so well known. They based the character in Marriage Story off her.
Ooh, that bitch.
Just facts I found on the internet.
I love that.
Um,
I love that, Sam. I love that factoid.
Watch Marriage Story.
£625
Remember,
an hour, just so you know.
Ooh.
£625 an hour.
What? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Kim, though, $2,000 an
For
hour.
Kim, all these poor people who can't afford like bail. She goes, "I'll help you. You've got a promising case, but I'm gonna need to see the cash." You know, I don't have any.
I spend it all, Kim. On drugs. Get me out of
She
jail.
does the what's it called, the Rorschach test, but with pictures that North has drawn.
It just holds up her daughter. What do you see here?
You see it? I see
A
Northwest.
child. Wrong. Wrong. An artist. A child prodigy.
Oh, some of you dropped.
Van Gogh.
Is that protein powder? Oh.
Oh wow.
Of sorts.
Finally,
Oh,
I can.
it clearly
I
didn't
can
last.
dig into.
My balls are thirsty and dry.
Oh no, they're bigger now.
I had something else to
Maybe
say.
it's
Oh yeah,
What did you wanna
he'll
talk
be
about?
fine. He'll be fine. They'll both be fine because he got that Yeezy money
He's
and
rich.
he
Well,
owns the brand.
um,
So that's not really like.
I am still worried.
He's not gonna
for him,
lose the
though, 'cause,
brand.
like,
Why, Harry?
it seemed like
Oh,
Kim.
mentally, yeah. But
Well, Kim had
economically, he'll be fine.
him like somewhat like it was like helping rehabilitate him
sedated.
to an extent.
Yeah.
He
No,
kept
but didn't
him
she-
tranquilized.
Didn't she tweet something like, "If you don't sort it out,
I'm gonna
I'm
go
leaving
piss
you."
on my Grammy. No, like what if there's like tons and tons of like crazy ideas Kanye's come up with, but Kim has like tranquilized him for all of them before he's been able to enact them. And she was at the door, but he managed to lock it to piss on his Grammy.
Sorry,
And, like,
I
loads
just
of
got what
darts.
that was. She's using tribal
It's a blow
darts.
dart. To sedate Kanye. He's like, when she sees him sneaking off to the bathroom with his phone in hand, she's like, no.
No. We're gonna have another Ellen moment.
That's so funny.
He's about to take to the divorce papers and wipe his ass with them. But before he left, she like rips the blow dart thing off the bottom of her desk and hits him before he can leave the room with them.
It was the Ellen show when he turned up high, wasn't it?
Yeah,
He
high.
just-
That's so funny. He's like, haha,
You
Ellen.
can see that on YouTube. That's very rewatchable. That
Kanye.
clip.
What name 3 things that you do when nobody's looking? Smile.
And he's
and then